Hello, I'm Dr. Caldwell with Phoenix Mobile Veterinarians, and our clients have questions regarding core and non-core vaccines. And today, with my assistant Rebecca, we're going to try to answer those for you.
Dr. Caldwell, are all puppy and dog shots necessary?
No, not all puppy and dog vaccines are necessary. We break them down into core vaccines and non-core vaccines, otherwise known as lifestyle vaccines.
What are the core dog vaccinations?
The core dog vaccinations that we have are going to be the rabies vaccine and then the distemper parvo combination. Now, the distemper parvo combination can also go by a couple different names. You may see it written down as DAPP or DHPP, but they're all the same thing.
Are dog vaccinations mandatory?
Not all dog vaccinations are mandatory. It's really going to be the rabies vaccine that is going to be required by Maricopa County. That's going to be the only what we call required vaccine.
What are the non-core vaccinations and why does my dog need them?
The non-core vaccines, like as we said earlier, the lifestyle vaccines, those are going to be the Bordetella, which is also known as kennel cough, the influenza, which is the doggy flu, and then the leptospirosis. That's a little bit of a weird one that I'll talk about in a second. But the first two, the Bordetella and the influenza, those are going to be for dogs that are going to have a lot of interaction with lots of other dogs. So if they're going to dog parks, boarding facilities, groomers, if they're going to be going to patio bars and interacting with other dogs there, we always recommend them because they are spread through the air. And so if they're around other dogs, they can get it. Now, leptospirosis, this one's a little bit different. This one's actually spread primarily by wildlife, from everything from a tiny little mouse up to a moose. If a dog drinks out of an infected pool of water that has leptospirosis in it, then they can actually get a urinary tract infection. Okay. Now, most of the time, this UTI can actually be treated with antibiotics, but what we worry about with leptospirosis is that there's actually a few strains that can cause liver and kidney failure, and this is fatal. Okay, but one of the other things that worries us about that is that people primarily get leptospirosis from dogs because we'll go up, we'll scratch the belly, and then we happen to scratch our lip, and then we can get that as well. So it's a matter of keeping ourselves safe if the dog is going to be living that kind of lifestyle.
Does my senior dog still need core vaccinations?
Absolutely. We always recommend those the vaccines, the core and the non-core, depending on their lifestyle with the non-core, just because we want to keep them at their optimum health. If you have any other questions about core and non-core vaccines, give us a call at 480-233-7276.